not real, Christine. It has a real heart and soul. Welcome to Cookie Week.
This week, the bakers will be facing a challenge of creating a dish using Pillsbury pre-made cookie dough along with a special ingredient.
Well, bakers, your challenge this week is to make a cookie with one special ingredient. Pomegranates! Your cookie can be any shape or any size or whatever, okay? And as a COVID precaution, only one baker is allowed in the tent at once.
I know all you ear beavers are excited to go first, but Miss Ceci will be the first up in the tent. Oh, she's so nice.
That's valid.
I'm gonna leave this at the door.
Melanie Ceci's brother-in-law's brother-in-law is a Corvus franchisee. In her free time, she enjoys telling her son to clean tables, assigning homework, and forgetting to grade it.
Pillsbury dough is a fickle ingredient, so if they cook it too hot or too cold, it could ruin the dough. So there's a lot riding on this.
I've never had a cookie before, so I am very excited to see what the contestants have in store.
I give my sons Pillsbury dough when they're behaving well, but Lance and I rarely get past the baking stage, so this should be interesting. Next, we have the beautiful Miss Dunachki.
Mrs. Ella Dunajski is a college counselor, but she threatened us with a lawsuit if we didn't call her a, quote, matchmaker. She spends her free time at the Golden Gate Bridge or in the grass.
Hi, I'm Ella Dunajski. Did I pronounce my name? It's Dunajski.
As a proud Hungarian, Ella is creating a goulash.
This recipe goes way back in my family. I even gave it to my friend Kim Bryant and she loved it.
Ella, the competition is cookies.
Well, I always tell the students to be a hot bowl of goulash in a sea of cookies. I think thinking out of the box on this one is gonna make me win the competition. But it's not a competition. It's a match to be made.
Leroy Zagata is the next contestant in the tent.
Leroy Chibata is a father.
I think I've dabbled in Pillsbury dough before. Just the other day, I was with my daughter Andrea and what's his name? And we were baking some cookies and I looked down at the cookies and I thought, what is this? What is this? Is this my life? Anyways, so I realized, to make these cookies for the judges, I will be kneading in some pomegranate seeds, and I think I'll win. Yeah, fair. Yeah.
But Leroy has brought his own special ingredient to the tent.
I also grew up on a deer farm, and whenever we bake something, we always add a little bit of this. And you just add a little bit, it gives a little kick, and it reminds me of home. It tastes like childhood. Whoa! Oh my god!
Adam Shireman, a millennial who uses the laughing crying emoji unironically, hails from Ferndale. A fitness guru, Adam spends his glory years on Instagram as a quote influencer. He has amassed an impressive blimey 7,000 followers, but he still can't dance. Adam also brought his own ingredients to the tent.
Deer piss. Zagata's been here.
Adam's main priority with his dish is what he calls gains.
It's 2 o'clock, 1 second. It's 2 at a time. Egg loses a lot of its nutrition when it's cooked. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking the more unhealthy Pillsbury dough and be diluting it with healthy fats like mayonnaise and healthier sugars like pomegranate juice. And I think the judges will like it a lot. It's going to be a bit more strange and a bit more healthier, and it'll be new, and I think they'll respect that.
He plans to achieve this goal by diluting the dough. He first attempted making this recipe with his wife when they were getting their kitchen renovated during an asbestos outbreak. He's naming this dish the bestest of memories.
I'm really interested to see how Mr. Nicey and Mr. Sharman's cookies turn out.
I'm excited to see how Mr. Zagato's cookies turn out with that special ingredient.
And if you're interested in sports, please come to the boys' basketball meeting on Monday at 4. Please.
Hey Leroy, you mind if we pop in and see what you're doing?
Absolutely.
So, Mr. Zagata, how are you going to go about this?
I've already made the dough and the cookies are baking in the oven, so I'm just here meditating. And it's really nice to just sit here and reflect in such an era of technological advancements and just sit here for a moment and just meditate.
Is that an air freshener I smell? You know those give me a headache.
No, it's actually deer urine.
That's a familiar smell. It was all over the forest when I found my second dead body.
Jeez, you scared the crap out of me, Chadwick.
Sorry, I'm just so excited to see what you're making.
So, I am going to be taking the conservative approach, and I'm going to follow the recipe on the back of the tube.
Well, we wish you luck, Melanie. Hey, Shireman, what are you planning on doing?
I'm planning on straying away from the normal Pillsbury recipe a little bit.
I heard you're using mayonnaise.
Yeah, I think it might be a bit weirder to cook, but I'll keep an eye on it. You know, the greatest men in history were trailblazers, finding new ways to do their things.
That's funny. Usually I use mayonnaise for my dog. Little Augie loves it.
Oh, you're not happy with your ACT score? Well, have you tried checking out the yeshiva of Miriam and Moshe in Hockeytown, New Hampshire? I think that'd be a great fit for you.
We'll come back.
Contestants, you've all poured your heart and soul into these dishes. Let's see what you've got.
Mr. Shireman made an interesting dish substituting fats and sugars for other healthier things. That's nice.
Let's try it. These are delicious.
Next up is Ella Dunajski.
I hope you enjoy it. You good? It's good?
It's good. I just wish the cookie part shined a bit more.
That's delicious, Ella.
Oh, thank you.
So, Mr. Salsa, you spent most of your time self-loathing, which is an interesting strategy. I'm excited to see how it turned out.
The choice of the deer urine is very interesting. I personally have been very excited to try it.
It has an interesting mango aroma.
Which mango though?
Recently
I've had quite an infatuation with mangoes, and I've become quite an expert. So, what does it taste like? The John Travolta variety or the Kent variety?
Ooh, I love mangoes!
Stay out of this, Christine!
Kent?
Lucky guess.
Melanie, these look lovely.
Very decorative. Gorgeous.
Delicious. Not too sweet. Tastes like a quintessential Pillsbury cookie.
Yippee-ki-yay, that's some darn good grub. So this is going to be a hard decision to make.
Oh, they were all so good.
Let's start with Mr. Zagata. His was very interesting.
You know, I really didn't like it. I hate to say this about my neighbor, but it was really kind of bad.
But he went out of the ordinary. You have to respect that.
How about Dunajski?
I thought it was really good, but there was a problem with it not being a cookie.
You're right. It wasn't a cookie. The consistency was very off for a cookie.
Mr. Shireman?
I was a fan. Maybe a bit saltier than I would have liked.
Yes, but I think the creativity really shined through.
And Mrs. Ceci's?
Hers was delicious, just absolutely phenomenal.
It was incredible. Nothing wrong could be said about it. It was a perfect execution of a Pillsbury dough.
So I think we know who we're going to choose.
Yeah, I'm excited. So bakers, after much deliberation, we have come to a decision.
We enjoyed all your dishes, but remember, there can only be one winner and one loser. It's not about winning or losing, though. It's about how you play the game.
The winner is...
Mr. Natchki!
Mrs. Dunayski's dish was an excellent representation of her heritage with the challenge of pomegranate and cookie dough. It was excellent.
Yes, he can. I truly think Mama would be proud of this dish.
But someone will be sent home today.
There's been a lot of interesting ingredients. Mayo, deer urine, and even asbestos in our food. But after deliberation on both creativity and execution, we have sadly decided to send home
Mrs. Sessie.
What?
We felt that your cookie was a bit lacking in the creativity department. It was a great Pillsbury cookie, but not much else.
That's fair.
This is BS. I think that I made a cookie, Zagata added deer piss, Shireman added mayo, Dunayski made a soup. Whatever, I'm off to Culver's.
Thank you for joining us on the Great Frankel Baking Show. See you next time, folks.
Hey Rick, you wanna go out to lunch after this?
No.
Okay.